What's up, everybody? Jedidiah Horca here. I just wanted to show you some of the gear that I've been using for 2015. A lot of people come up to me and they're really excited about some of the sounds that they're hearing out there, and they're always asking me, you know, what amp are you going through? What kind of pedals are you running through? And so hopefully this video will inspire you for some of the sounds that you've been hearing. They're actually surprised to hear that I'm not going through a real amp. It's actually going through a pod, which kind of blows their mind a little bit. But if you like the sounds, then hopefully this will inspire you. If you don't like the sounds, then you could just ignore this video. So I just want to take you real quick through some of the gear that I'm using. This is my main electric guitar. Spent a lot of time on this. I love single coils. This is a 2005 Fender American Deluxe. And I did a lot of work on it, actually. I took out the pickups that came with it, and I replaced them with DiMarzio injector pickups, which sound really good. So in the neck, there's a DiMarzio injector. The middle is in DiMarzio Area 67, and the bridge is a DiMarzio injector. And I replaced everything here. So they're noiseless pickups, and a lot of people have a lot of controversy around noiseless pickups, but these actually are really good, and they really retain a lot of the single coil tones that you love. And so I love this guitar. It sounds really huge. Sometimes I'll dial the tone down a little bit to like 7.5, and that really makes the bridge feel a lot thicker, almost P90 like. So this guitar is awesome, and I'll show you some sounds out of that later. This guy, this is my first guitar that I ever owned. This is an Epiphone Sheraton II. It is a clone of the Gibson ES335. Most of you know that. Very famous guitar. And I also replaced everything on this, so pretty much nothing on here is stock. New pick guard, replaced the pickups with pickups called Jerry Amalfitano vintage PAF pickups, and they are huge sounding. They're really open, unwaxed, and which makes for really just huge and open sound. Not muddy at all. Replaced the knobs, switches, even put a graphite nut here in the top, and so this is a new beast. It's awesome, and everything's decked out just black and gold. That's just for cosmetics. And over here is my probably growing to be one of my favorite guitars right now. This is a Fender Telecaster, but this is actually handmade. This is a custom shop, one of a kind, handmade by a guy named Kirn, just an incredible builder. Everything is made to spec, as requested. I'm the second owner of this baby, but the person who ordered it pretty much made it from every single piece you see here is made from him. So it sounds incredible. It has bird's eye maple neck, got that snappy telly tone. The body is made out of a wood called Paulownia, which is kind of a lightweight wood, but it really has that cool mahogany woody sound. Crazy guitar. This thing is insane. So that is quickly becoming my favorite guitar. And acoustic sounds, you know, I do lead from acoustic a lot, and so this is just my Martin. It's an OM style, has the analog Fishman pickup system in it, but I actually don't really use that too much. What I do use is this LR Baggs M1 Active, and I actually drilled the hole myself, and I have two outputs, one for the M1 and one for the piezo pickup right here. And so I actually run 2 1/4-inch out, and you're getting signals from both of the guitars. So this one little acoustic sounds really, really huge, and also very refined. It's a pretty cool guitar. And that's also the guitar I recorded the entire Sound of Freedom album with, and Beautiful Savior is that guitar as well. So come take a look at some pedals. This is my pedal board right now. Ta-da, pretty small, fairly simple. I'm mostly a rhythm player, so I don't need too much, but this board is going to grow. So real quick, here's my signal chain. This is the Korg Pitch Black tuner, and from there I'm going into a compressor called the Warden by Earthquaker Devices. This compressor is awesome. It adds a lot of low mids, really thickens up the tone. It's perfect for my Strat. I pretty much leave that on all the time when I have the Strat. And from there I'm going into another compressor called the Compulator Pro by Demeter Amplification. This compressor adds more high-end stuff, really adds a lot of bite to whatever you're playing, and so I pretty much have two just for different textures and different gain levels and stuff. So one for low mids, one for high-end bite, and then from there I'm going into the famous, the one and only Cochrane TIM. If you know what this pedal is, then you know how incredible it is. This is probably never going to leave my board because it is the greatest overdrive I probably ever heard. 2 stages, it'll rock your socks off. And I have it set up for a pretty mild breakup, and I have the boost around like 30%, just to give me a little extra gain when I need it. From that, I'm going into the Rockbox, Bowling Point, another boutique pedal. Everything I run here is pretty much boutique, except this TC Electronic. But crazy overdrive. It just sounds really awesome. You can dial it anyway, and it sounds incredible. From there, I'm going into the TC Electronic NovaDelay, just a basic digital delay. Nothing too crazy, but I do have the ability to set presets with that, which is good. And then we're going over here to the Analog Delay Carbon Copy, pretty common pedal, and I pretty much keep this on all the time just to add a little bit of extra sustain to some of my chords and notes. From there, in the RV5, which is on all the time, but I don't use any of the reverb sounds except for the modulation mode, which kind of has its own unique sound that you don't really find in a lot of reverb. So, and then from there, we're going into the one and only Line 6 Pod HD500X. The X simply represents more DSP power than the previous model and a new physical layout, which looks pretty clean, and the LEDs are brighter. And yeah, before Line 6 just released their latest update with the vintage packs and the bass packs, most people would agree that the Dr. Z sound was like the best sound, and I would definitely agree. That was my main sound pretty much the entire time I had my pod for the past 2 years. But ever since the new vintage pack came out, I've totally been using and loving the AC30 Fawn speakers in the bright mode. Very good tone, and that's pretty much my main sound right now. And so I'll give you guys just a quick demo on what that sounds like in another video. The biggest complaint I get from sound guys is just amps are too loud, you can't fit them for the room. And so that is one nice advantage of having a digital unit, is this little sucker right here. Just one XLR out, no buzz, no amp noise, or the drums aren't, bleeding into the guitar mics and all that kind of stuff. So you just get one clean signal, and it really helps for any venue you go in. So that's pretty much my rig. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and I'll see you in the next video for some demos. Thanks.